So these are prehensile-tailed porcupines. So this is George and this is Meredith. It's getting close to their dinner time. So they're starting to be a little active. So they are nocturnal, so they're awake mainly at night, not so much during the day. And so they have quills. So here is what a quill looks like whenever it comes out. So the misnomer is that they can shoot their quills, and they cannot. Their quills are equivalent to our hair. And so what happens is I can run my hands along here. Look at this. So as long as I'm going in the direction of the quill, it's no problem whatsoever. Now, they can puff up whenever they get scared. So here, Meredith looks a little bit puffy. Not a bunch puffy, but certainly more puffy here than George. And so if I were to stick my hand like this and shove it into her quills, what would happen is that they would release into my hand. Now, if they released into my hand, they would be stuck. We've all seen those pictures of dogs that have a bunch of quills in their nose, and that's because they have shoved their noses into a puffed up porcupine. So the porcupine quill is hollow on the inside. So I have been quilled before. And so what happens is I just cut the quill and then it's easier to pull out of my skin. It has barbs. There's little tiny barbs that you can't see with the naked eye at the end of these quills. And the end of the quill is extremely sharp. It's kind of like a needle. And so what happens is that you cut this and then you can pull it out. These are kind of like little plastic straws. I don't know if you can hear this. It's starting to get a little puffed up. But whenever they shake their body, it sounds like a bunch of plastic straws. As you come down to the bottom of the tail and along their tummy, there are little quills. These are just tiny, tiny, tiny little quills, but they're individual quills. They're much denser, meaning that there's more of them than there are up here just on their backs because they're so small. They, in general, don't release these smaller quills. They generally release the bigger one. So these are South American porcupines. The porcupines that we think of here in North America have much longer quills. These quills are their mature quills. The noses of these guys, super soft, kind of like a marshmallow. This is, yep, it's super duper squishy. And they have really good sense of smell, and you can tell that they're gonna have a good sense of smell because they have these super long whiskers. All right, let us know if you have any other questions about the porcupines.